Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi and thank you so much for being here when you could be so many other places. Truly, it means the world to me. Welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back in my office. We are not vlogging, we are home. We're home for now, but actually I am in Scottsdale. Well, maybe when this is being uploaded on a bachelorette party, which it's funny because obviously I'm giving fall vibes today, but it's gonna be 100 degrees when I'm in Scottsdale, so cool, fun. I am really excited to kind of like do some tea with you in this video. I thought it would be fun to go over some of the Allure Best of Beauty 2023 winners. I cracked myself a poppy root beer, as one does when they are sipping and spilling on tea. I don't know, this year for some reason the list was really interesting to me. I think because beauty has become such a mainstream thing and I wanted to get your opinion on it as well. So I thought we could kind of go through each category and just talk about things that I either am like, how the hell did this make the list? This is awful, or things that I agree with. And if I haven't tried something, I'm obviously not going to talk about it because that makes no sense. If you're interested in hearing some of the people that won Best of Beauty Awards this year and just like a little bit of industry tea, then keep on watching. Just crack a brewski and let's hang. Also, side note, I got a tooth gem. Yeah, it's all the way out here though, so you can't really see it. You won't see it in this video unless I'm like... And also, I am wearing my new Quickies collaboration. These are in the shade Chocolate Glaze. They are a dark espresso brown chocolate with a silver glaze on top of them. They are so pretty. I will leave the link for the entire collection below, but these are my current favorite. I wore Who Do You Think You Aura last, and these I just never want to take off. Like, I'm probably gonna put these back on after I take them off again. So anyways, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you, and let's dive Okay, so we're gonna start at the top, make it drop. That's a whap in the skin category. So this is broken down by skin, nails, splurges, tools, base, eyes, lips, breakthroughs, nails, scent, cleans. Like, there's a lot here. So again, we're gonna like make this snippy, snappy, quickie, quacky to make sure we're covering what I wanna cover. So right off the bat, the first thing that I'm seeing is the best mineral facial sunscreen, and it is La Roche-Posay's Anthelios 50 Tinted Mineral UV Fluid. I gotta say, I absolutely love this sunscreen, and I have loved it for a very long time. If you go back on my page, you'll see that I've been recommending it, but I really think that there are better minerals out there now that I am so much more drawn to. I really like this one because it does give you like a really sheer finish, and it's a little bit tinted, but I don't love that it's not as hydrating as other products that I like to use. I would have probably put the Summer Fridays shade drops in here as my choice for best mineral facial sunscreen if you wanted to go that like thin route. But then there's also the Coats mineral sunscreen, which is better for all skin tones, and they have a couple different tints, which is why again I would choose that over the La Roche-Posay. However, I really like that one and I don't have an issue with it. Some of these I just like, obviously at the end of the year I do my Berry Best Awards where I talk about my favorites from each category. It's not exactly as in-depth as this, but a lot of these I just am kind of shocked are being chosen. They're things that I haven't tried but like don't have the best reputation. For example, the best exfoliating toner went to the Benefit Professionals Tight and Toned. I'm like, what? Like, some of these just seem completely random to me. Like the Olay Super Serum is the best multitasking serum. It kind of seems like they made that category up for that product. I'm just saying. Another one that I really like in here is the best Milky Essence, which went to Laneige, the Cream Skin 2-in-1 toner and moisturizer. I actually have it right here. I like to use this before my makeup recently just to rehydrate my face before I go in with my coverage products. And I really do like this. I do think there are better Milky Essences out there. My favorite is the Source Essence from Monday Born, and I also really like the Rhode one. So I don't know, I just find that interesting. However, I do like that one a lot. I will say, like, I learned from the grapevine of working with Beeble on my freckle pen that to enter to be considered to win in Allure Best of Beauty, you have to pay to be admitted, just to be like judged. There's a chance that you'll be chosen, but you have to pay to be picked. Does that make sense? You have to pay to enter. You have to pay to play, is what I'm trying to say. So just keep that in mind. The best balm facial moisturizer in a tub. Like, what is that category? Why do we have that category? It went to Aquaphor, just for the record. But again, like, it's getting to the point where I'm like, are you just making up categories? Best balm facial moisturizer in a tub. Got it. I would say the last one in the skin category that I can get on board with is the Best Pimple Patches, which went to Hero Cosmetics Micro Point for blemishes, and specifically the XL size. These are great for people like my husband who have cystic acne. They include salicylic acid in them to help heal and get rid of your pimples, while also using the hydrocolloid to help soothe it and pull all of the gunk out of it. So I love Hero Cosmetics. I'm so curious as to why they chose that one specifically, and I'm sure that they'll say. I probably would have just chosen the regular Mighty Patch. However, that one is great, and I think it's a great choice. Very strange choices in the skincare section, I noticed, and it doesn't really get any less strange in the hair care, if I'm being honest. Best dry shampoo went to Olaplex number 4. This is a good dry shampoo, but it's $30, and something like Batiste does the same thing, if not better than that, for a fraction of the price. And I'm just wondering if that's something that is considered when choosing, like, oh yeah, well, this can do the same thing plus some. However, that one is nice. I don't think I would have chosen it, although I do love a high-end dry shampoo, don't get me wrong, but that one to me wasn't anything crazy. And just looking at these choices, I mean, I would say a good 95% of them I have not tried, which is kind of crazy because I try a lot of product. One that I do not agree with is the best finishing oil for hair is the Gizu honey infused hair oil. This is okay, it's okay, but my favorites are the K18 and the Olaplex, as well as Crown Affair, like a really lightweight oil that's not going to sit heavily on the hair, that's gonna leave it looking bouncy and shiny but not greasy. And I just find that the Gizu one leaves it kind of greasy and it's a little bit heavy, so that's not my pick. That ain't my pick. Two that I definitely agree with when it comes to glosses and root touch-ups, we have the DP Hue Glossy Glaze, which is what I use to help refine and get my copper back to life. It is an in-shower routine. You use this gloss on your hair, you let it sit, and it just revives the color and also adds a ton of shine. It's really, really pretty. And then also the best root coverage went to Madison Reed. I really like this one. I keep this one in my travel kit. I keep it and I use it on my roots, specifically on my part, and it works very, very well. It comes with a brow spoolie and a brush for your roots. I really like this one. I'm glad that those were both in there, but otherwise the hair section was very confusing to me. Maybe I need to go out of my way to try some of these things, but it just wasn't anything that I was excited about, I guess. But sometimes that comes in other categories. So this category next is called Splurges, and there are some in here that I would have put in other categories. So these are all listed under best splurges. They don't break them out by category, which I find to be strange. But the best splurge for the one that I was mentioning was the K18 Repair Hair Oil. This is certainly a splurge. It's a $65 hair oil, but it has the hair science that K18 uses to help bond repair your hair. It's super lightweight and it's also a heat protectant. So I personally love that one more than the Gizu. I think if you're gonna spend your money on a hair oil, you wanna make sure it's also a heat protectant. Then of course, the Dyson Multi-Styler Air Wrap is in there, clocking in at $600. You know how I feel about Dyson. I freaking love them. I have all of the Dyson heat tools. I usually ask for them for birthdays, Christmas, etc. And I would say the Air Wrap is by far their best product and the one that is gonna be the best for most people because it gives you the option to dry, straighten, curl, do a blowout. It's truly amazing, and most of the attachments are available now that are available on other Dysons. Like a diffuser is now available on it. Like they do their best to continue to add to the Air Wrap extensions, which I really love. I'm curious as to why they're considering this a splurge, and maybe it's because it's just a high-end luxury brand, but the YSL Lash Clash Volumizing Mascara is on the best splurges list at $29. I'm pretty sure most mascaras at Sephora are $29 and up. However, I love this mascara. It's actually going to be on my Sephora recommendations for the sale because I love the colors and I love the wand. So look at these colors. It comes in this like vibrant blue and then also this amazing chocolatey brown shade. I love this shade. And I love the way it looks on the lash. I love a natural bristle wand. These are really nice. However, I don't really think that it should have been added in as a splurge because that's pretty on par pricing wise with other Sephora products. They also had an entire tools section this year, which I don't know if it was in last year's, but there are some good, it's mostly brushes on here that I would agree with, but also maybe not. I don't even know if it's worth bringing up to you guys because it's just like sponges and brushes. But one thing that is on there that I definitely love and own is the Best Multitasking Face Device, which again, interesting title. It's the TheraFace Pro. I got the TheraFace for Christmas from my husband. It has a red light, blue light, a massaging tool, a cooling tool, a heating tool, and also microcurrents. So it's basically the NuFace plus some, and it's less expensive than a typical NuFace. So I love it. It also can be used again as a red light therapy if you have the time to kind of use it and hold it on the face. There's a lot of hair in here, which is interesting because I would consider these not tools, but it is what it is. I really, obviously, I love my Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. It is worth every cent to me. I honestly use the hair dryer at this length of hair more than I use my Dyson Airwrap, just because I like to give it a nice volumized look, and it dries my hair in literally 30 seconds. It is amazing. There are a lot of other things in here like the Revlon One Step. The Shark is in here, the Shark Flex Style Air Styling Drying System, which is a dupe for the Airwrap. And then there's also a brush in here that I would totally recommend, and that is the Tangle Teezer, the Ultimate Detangler Brush. I have recommended this a lot, especially back in the day when I was really on my scalp health game. This is amazing. It's really great at detangling your hair when it's wet, but it also feels so good on your scalp. And it's only 18 bucks. It's on Amazon. Highly recommend it. So there are definitely some ones in here that I am jiving with, but I don't know. Okay, we're getting into the makeup. And because this is a really makeup based list, they have these broken out by base, eyes, lips, and then they have some more sections at the end. So for base, there are a couple things in here that I agree with and some that I'm just a little bit confused about. We'll start with something that I'm 1000% on board with, which is the Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. It won for Best Light Coverage Liquid Foundation. I feel like they should have just had Best Skin Tint listed, but that's fine. I'm obsessed with this stuff. It has been in my favorites before. It's going to also be in my Sephora recommendations. I only wish that they had a better shade range. Hourglass tends to not have very good shade ranges, but if you can find a shade in that, it is really, really beautiful. I also found it interesting that they chose the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin as the foundation for the year, because there were so many foundations this year. So many. And this one was really controversial. Not a lot of people liked it. I personally liked it, but I found a shade that worked for me. It also has a little bit of shimmer in it, and I know people didn't love that. So a bit of a controversial pick, but personally I like it. And then for blushes, another interesting breakdown. We've got a powder blush, a blush compact, cream blush tube, liquid blush, and multi-stick. They really went out of their way to break it up as far as they could, but they did put the blush tube category as the winner of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Matte Blush Wand, and that is actually my favorite wand that they make, is the matte blush wands, because the shimmery ones are just a little bit too shimmery for me at this point in my life, but the matte ones are very nice. However, I am over the tube life, the wand life. I'm done with it. Best liquid blush went to M Cosmetics Color Drop Serum Blush. I have turned my feelings around for this product. One of my earliest videos is a full review on this line, and I didn't love it because I felt that it left a really oily finish on the face. I don't think these are best for oily skin types. However, now having more of a combination skin type, being a little bit lighter with my other coverage, I do like them. I do think there are better liquid blushes out there. I probably would have chosen the NARS Afterglow liquid blush, but that one is nice. For best powder highlight, it went to Rare Beauty's Positive Light Silky Touch Highlighter. I think this is a good choice. I honestly haven't pulled this out in a while, and I should, because I kept it in my declutter. I will say these are incredibly soft and break a lot. They break very easily, and they're very, very, very powdery. So you want to be careful, but oh, they are so pretty. It leaves such a beautiful glow to the skin, but if you're not careful, can easily turn into a 2016 stripey moment. I'm kind of doing that right here. But if you're very lightweight with it and light-handed with it, very, very pretty. I could see why that one won. And for best contour stick, the Milk Makeup Sculpt Cream Contour one. I love that one. I love all of the Milk little sticks. They're just my thing. They're just my little thing, and I love them. And I feel like the contour in that line was a true contour, and they had a shade for everyone, which I can really appreciate. I look like a Tin Man now. And also they had a contour wand option, which was the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour. Those are actually bronzers. Those are not contours in my opinion, so I thought that was interesting. Best contour palette went to Patrick Ta, which was the contour and bronzer duo. I love that product. That will also be a recommendation for me this year during the Sephora sale. That one is really nice because again, it has a powder and a blush for kind of the price of one. It's $40 and I love using both of them. And then for best light coverage concealer, the winner is the Tarte Shape Tape Radiant Concealer. I really like this concealer. I'm actually wearing it today, and I met the founder of Tarte at a party when I was in LA, and I told her about how we love the Hydro Sealer, and I was like, why isn't this back? And we basically determined that the Shape Tape Radiant is as close as we will get to having the Hydro Sealer back. So if you like the Hydro Sealer, try out the Shape Tape Radiant. It has more coverage, but it's still very good. So we're getting into eyes, which is mostly mascaras and brow products. So one winner that I thought was kind of interesting and controversial was the best lengthening mascara went to the Telescopic Lift Mascara, which if you know, you know. This was a super controversial product this year because of one woman, and that woman's name is Michaela. She did an ad for this product and used falsies with it. So then everyone went out and bought it and went absolutely feral over it. I really like this mascara. I don't think it needs falsies to look good, and it has a really interesting wand. So I just thought it was funny that they chose that as a winner. And then for best colored mascara, I've actually not tried the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes in the shade Dream Pop. But again, if it were me, I easily would have chosen these from YSL because the colors are so vivid and beautiful. So I don't know, maybe I need to try that one because I do like that shade. They also have a tubing mascara on here, and it's so funny because this was literally in my fails. I hated it. It's the Blink tubing mascara. I know a lot of people like that. I didn't like it at all, so I think it's funny that that won for the year, but maybe mine will win eventually because that's what I'm wearing today, and I'm telling you, it's so freaking good. I just thought it was funny. Everyone has different tastes, so it's hard to decide like what is truly the best. But to me, the Blink was not good. A liner that I totally love, that one is from the Kulfi Underlined Kajal Liners one, and that is a beautiful formula. It gives you like 20 seconds of playtime before it completely dries down so you can blend it out. Totally love that, and I love that a South Asian brand won a award because I love them and I love what she stands for, as well as the Live Tinted Clear Setting Gel one. If you know me, you know I love that product. It is an amazing brow gel. I would prefer it over the Benefit one, which is semi-similar, and they have a similar wand to them as well. I actually like to use the Live Tinted one to help with my flyaways on my part as well. I can barely speak for some reason. Maybe it's because I got a tooth gem. When we get to brows, I'm very particular, and one product that I'm absolutely shocked about, and that is the L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Brow Mascara. This was in my fails video recently because it was so bad. It got all over my face. It was a complete disaster. I couldn't blend it out. It was so liquidy. It was awful. So the fact that it won Best Tinted Brow Gel is actually crazy to me. I much would have preferred seeing the Kosas win, but speaking of, they did win for the Nano Brow, which is very well deserved. The Brow Pop Nano is the smallest brow pencil I've ever seen. Literally, look at that. And it makes the most amazing brow-like strokes. Best brow pencil, which I was very happy to see. One thing I noticed they don't have in here, you would think because they have all these categories, is a brow pen. And if I was making this list, the brow pen that I would put in as the winner is the NYX Lift and Snatch. It is so good. I like this one better than the Glossier. It has such a thin tip and it just makes your brows look so natural. I can't say anything about this eyeshadow in particular. Ami Collet liquid matte eyeshadows. I know my friend State of Kate tried this and it was completely dried up. So I think that's interesting, but I haven't tried it, so I can't really say. For best matte eyeshadow stick, the Nude Sticks Magnetic Eye Color one, and I actually don't really like these. They kind of just like make your eye, you know, like this part of your eye stick together. When you open and close them, they like never fully dry down. I would much prefer the About Face win that category, which they do win a few other things here, but I didn't love that. And then for best shimmer eyeshadow, it was the Half Magic Chrome Addiction Eye Paint and Liner. I do like that product a lot, but I do prefer the ones from About Face. Like, to me, nothing beats About Face when it comes to shadow. Like, it's just so good, and I love their formulas. I love the packaging. They're amazing. Everything in this little thing is all I could ever need in terms of glitters, shimmers, mattes, everything. Moving on to lips. There are some winners in here and there are some, scratching my heads as well. So starting off with the best sheer lipstick category, there was 2 winners in this. I don't know why, but the best sheer lipstick that I agree with went to the Hourglass Phantom Glossy Balms. These are gorgeous. I have them in every single shade. They're just amazing. This is the shade Rise that I'm about to put on. They look good on everyone and the shade selection is unmatched. Unmatched. I prefer these over my Tarte Juicy Lips because of the shades in particular, but they do have a cooling sensation. So if that's not your vibe, just be aware of that. Another category that I feel like they made up is the best glossy liquid lipstick. What? That doesn't make sense to me. And you know what also doesn't make sense is the winner, which is the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow Plumping Lip Color. This got horrible reviews. Horrible reviews. I was totally shocked to see that won because it was just bleeding on everyone's lip lines like crazy. So when I swatched it, it was not what I was looking for. So I'm very shocked by that. Best lip oil went to Clarins. I love the Clarins lip oils. I feel like they're very nice. I've kind of I've moved towards lip treatments and away from lip oils just because I feel like they give you the same shine with a little bit more thickness. I probably would have chosen for lip oils, maybe the In Beauty Project or the Milani. The Milani lip oils are really good. This one, the Fruit Fetish lip oil, ooh, these are amazing and a lot cheaper than Clarins and they have more shades, I'm just saying. For best untinted lip balm, it actually went to the Glow Recipe Plum Plump, which I think I decluttered because it literally was not interesting to me personally. I know I'm being really kind of like catty in this video, but you know, I'm just going for it. I liked it, but it didn't really have like a scent. It didn't really like blow me away. I'm shocked that they didn't choose like the Rhode lip balm, which I think won last year, so I guess that makes sense. But then for best tinted lip balm, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm won, which I think is totally deserved. Those are amazing. I own every single shade and I will continue to buy them because I love them. They're so thick. They wrap the lips. I love it. Okay, so the breakthrough category, I don't know if this is new, but it is the biggest beauty innovations of the year. And there are 2 on here that I have something to say about. One is the MAC Lash Dry Shampoo Mascara Refresher. This stuff really works. It works. You have to use it with a regular mascara. You can't use a tubing mascara, but it works. It helps revive your lashes without adding like an extra layer or making it clumpy. It truly works. It is amazing. And I love the results if I'm like out and about in the day and I need to refresh for the evening. It works. It's so cool. I can't believe that. I don't know how they did it, but I think it's amazing. And then one that I absolutely do not agree with is something that was in a fails of mine, which is the Glossier Stretch Face Brush. This brush was really hard to use. I didn't like the way that it blended my foundation. It's huge. It takes up a bunch of space in your purse and your vanity. It was a no from me, dog. So I think it's interesting that it won. I don't really know much about the nail category besides that Olive and June won a lot of things in here, which I can really appreciate because I love Olive and June, including their nail polish remover pot. If you are a person who wears regular polish, you need to get this. It's only $12. You stick your finger in it and you twirl it around and it takes off all of your polish. It's amazing. I'm pretty sure it's acetone free. Obviously for press-ons, I would guess I would have submitted Quickies because it's so freaking good, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's get into scent. Scent is such a particular category for people. Not everybody is gonna love a specific scent, so I think it's interesting that they even have this category because they have it broken down by scent type, so like floral, woody, spicy, gourmand, citrus. But there are some in here that I have tried that I would agree with or disagree with, so I wanted to talk about some of those. First one that I have tried and agree with, the best fruity fragrance went to Tarte Deco from Sniff. Sniff is a small brand that just got into Ulta Beauty recently, and Tarte Deco is a really nice cherry scent. It kind of reminds me of Lost Cherry and Electric Cherry from Tom Ford mixed together. It's like not as bright as Electric Cherry, but not as sultry as Lost Cherry. It's very everyday friendly, and if you're looking for a cherry scent, I think you would really like it. This category is just funny to me. The category is best solar fragrance and the winner is Solar Power by Fleur. Make it make sense. However, I do like this scent a lot. In fact, Fleur is gonna be a very top of the list brand for me during the Sephora sale, but this scent did not last at all. I bought this specifically for my trip to Coachella because I was like, this is perfect. It's very California. And I would spray it on myself and go out and ask my friend Rachel if she smelled it, and she couldn't. And I was spraying the shit out of myself. So unfortunately, that one did not have lasting power at all. For best hair fragrance, which I think is interesting, an interesting category, it went to the Crown Affair, the signature scent. I think that's amazing. You guys know how I feel about Crown Affair. I've been talking about them for literally years, and I think they deserve everything good. And a hair fragrance has to be specifically formulated for your hair. So just make sure you're not using something on your hair that you think is safe, like a regular perfume. You want to make sure you're actually getting a hair perfume. So this category to me is the clean category, and the sensitive category to me are great. However, I wonder if they can, like the best clean makeup, there's just one option, and it goes to the House Labs foundation. So I don't know why it wasn't considered in the base category, I guess. I don't know. That's just a personal gripe, but I do love this foundation. It is absolutely gorgeous. I prefer actually the concealer over the foundation. I tend to always wear the concealer. Love the foundation though. Also, everyone's version of clean is completely different. Every brand's version of what clean means to them. So it's hard to know, you know, what that means for them. But a lot of these clean brands I've not used, so I really can't say. Kosas also won for best clean makeup lip oil, and I actually don't love that one. I decluttered quite a bit of them because I felt like I was keeping them and not using them. They're a little thin and slippery, and I like a thicker formula, as you guys know. And there are definitely some winners in this category from some of my favorite brands. The Cream Contour won for best clean makeup from Tower 28. I actually like to use this product as just a bronzer because it actually is quite warm to be a contour. So if you like the Tower 28 bronzer but you wish it wasn't shimmery, I would say try the Cream Contour because the shades are actually quite similar. They just don't have any shimmer in them. Another winner that I love is the Say Glow Sculpt Multi-Use Highlighting Blush. I really like this product. I don't pull it out as often as I thought I would, to be honest. I only kept 3 shades when I was doing my declutter, and my favorite shade is this one in Bronze Glow. It's this beautiful brownie terracotta shade, and it looks beautiful on top of blush or as a blush, but it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, and I don't know, when I get into cooler weather, I just prefer to have a matte look, so I think that's why I haven't pulled it out, but I do love that product. Then they have the Steals category, which they say is top performers that give the most payoff for most affordable price, which I think is a great category to have. But again, like, how does something that's cheap get into a different category versus being in the steals category? I just would like to like pick their brain and hear from them. I haven't tried a lot of this stuff, to be honest, and I try a lot of drugstore stuff. You guys know that. One of the winners that I totally understand why it won, but I feel like it should have won like best liquid highlighter in general, is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. For some reason, this is listed as a hair care steal. This is not a hair care product. This is a liquid highlighter, but it is amazing, and it is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter if you like it. Again, under best hair care steals, but I think what they're trying to, I think it should be best lip steal. I don't know, is the CoverGirl Clean Yummy Fresh Gloss. Love these. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 sitting here. My favorite shades are from their newest collection, which I think is their Daylight collection. Sunset Skies, Moonlight Eclipse. These are both beautiful. They're more of a gloss formulation than like an oil, but they are really pretty, shiny, and very affordable. Another lip product that I feel like could have been in the main section, if you ask me, are these Flower Beauty Plump Up Gloss Sticks. I really like these. There's not that much product in here, which is a gripe of people's. Who goes through an entire lip product? Not me. However, I get why that would be a gripe from someone. I have the shades Toasty and Heated. These are stunning, and they're $12. So highly recommend them, and I'm pretty sure that they are expanding that shade range. I swear we're getting close to the end. We're in the body category now. I'm not feeling any of these, if I'm being H with you. There are some in here that I have used, but I don't feel super strongly about them. Like truly, the only one in here that I feel, there's 2 that I feel strongly about. One that I feel strongly about in a yes, best razor went to Billy. I love my Billy razors specifically because I am a part of their subscription program. So anything like razors or tampons or whatever that like vitamins that you are going to use monthly or all the time, I think it's completely worth it to get a subscription. I never have a dull razor. I literally never have a dull razor, and it's because I always get it in my subscription. So I love Billy. Best hand sanitizer went to the Touchland Power Mist. I think that this brand is completely genius because of the way that they've marketed themselves and the way that they've made their product after the pandemic become such a must-have. It looks like a little cell phone. It can clip onto your bag. The scents are actually good and they look good. They're a little bit expensive and they're also sold at Sephora, which I find so interesting, but you know what? It's the one I always reach for, so they know what they're doing. All right, our very last category is the sensitive category, and I feel like as someone with sensitive skin, I really can break down this category quite well, and I have some yeses and some nos in here. So for best moisturizer for sensitive skin, it went to the Tower 28 Barrier Repair Cream. I like this moisturizer. Do I think it's the absolute best for sensitive skin? No, because I don't think it's doing anything to help sensitive skin. This product actually doesn't have hypochlorous acid in it like the SOS spray does. So it's really just a very lightweight, not lightweight, but it's a very like everyday friendly moisturizer, but I don't think it's necessarily good for sensitive skin in the fact that it's not doing anything to help repair your skin. But it is a nice moisturizer, don't get me wrong. They have like Tatcha's serum in here, and I'm pretty sure Tatcha is full of fragrance, so I find that to be interesting. Their best fragrance-free deodorant is the Saltaire deodorant. This one did not work for me, sweetie. I would have definitely chosen the Kosas one over this one. I stunk like a little piggy in mud. Actually, piggies don't stink. I stunk bad after using this one. Another one that I could agree with is the Hydro Boost fragrance-free gel cleanser. I do like this cleanser a lot, but I don't know that it's what I would pick specifically for sensitive skin if I was making a routine for them. Not that I don't like it, because I do, but you just have to consider what's out there, and there is a lot out there for that to be the winner. I don't know. That's my take on things, you guys. I would love to hear what you guys think about all of the categories, how they're broken down. I'm gonna leave the link to all of them so you can see everything below. There were, again, like half of them, not half, a fourth of them I was like, yes, this makes sense. There was another fourth that I was like, absolutely not. Where did you get this information from? There was another fourth that I was like, I've never heard of this brand before. I've never tried it. And then there was another fourth that I was like, did you pay for this spot? Because this makes no sense. Do you know what I mean? I'm very conflicted about this year's recipients, if I'm being honest with you. But with that being said, those brands should still be very proud because this is something that people covet and people really trust this stamp of approval. So I'd love to get your take on it, what you guys think about the Allure Best in Beauty Awards in general. I still like to keep up with them every year. I think it's really interesting, but I do think that there are way better things out there, which is why we do the Very Best Awards, which of course will be coming to you this December. So I hope this was interesting and fun to you. Again, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one really soon. Bye.